it's so important to pay attention to what kind of energy is around you. What are your friends saying? What is your family saying? Are they being supportive of you, or are they just kind of bringing you down? Your environment is key. That's why they say that you're the average of the 6 people that you hang around most. What's going on, everyone, and welcome back to your daily dose, where we develop ourselves every day. Now today we're going to be talking about chapter 2 in the 4 Agreements book. So if you haven't checked out chapter 1, definitely go back and check that out, because some of what we talked about will relate to chapter 2. Alright, so let's get into it. Chapter 2 is one of the 4 agreements, and it's be impeccable with your word. So let's start off by talking about what the word impeccable means. So to be impeccable means without sin. Most people would relate the word sin to religions. When you're sinning in a religion, it's because you're going against the beliefs of the religion. So in order for us to be impeccable, we must not go against our true self and not judge yourself in a negative way. And for us to be impeccable with our word, we shouldn't use the word against ourselves. And just in case you're saying to yourself, well, I say those negative things about myself because they're true. Don Miguel in the book, he says, when you're impeccable, you take responsibility, but you do not judge yourself. Now, the problem with having the mindset of, I'm just saying the truth, is that you begin to say it so much that eventually you believe it, and it's your excuse or your escape for doing something. It's your easy way out. If you say you're stupid and that's why you don't understand things, you're using the word against yourself, and you eventually will just tell people you are stupid, and that's why it's hard for you to understand things. When in reality, it could just be that the way you are being taught just doesn't match with how you learn, or simply that the information you're learning is just new information and you shouldn't expect to understand it right away. I think sometimes we don't realize how many times we use the word against us. Those small negative things that we say about ourselves have so much power, and we don't realize it. Think about it. Words were designed with intention behind them. There's energy being transferred when you use them. That's why when someone says something nice to you, you get this really good feeling inside of you. And when someone says something negative, you also get a really bad feeling inside of you, because it's negative energy. Which brings me to my next point. Being impeccable with your word is not just about how you use the word with yourself, but the words you use with others and the words that are being used in your environment. Don Miguel mentions many times that the word is magic. In one part of the book, he says, the word is magic that humans possess, and misuse of the word is black magic. We're using black magic all the time without knowing that our word is black magic. He gives an example of how words can cast spells. He tells a story about a woman who was very smart and very nice, and she had a daughter who she loved very much. And one day when she came home after a really bad day, she was very stressed out from work and had a headache. Well, when she arrived home, her daughter was already there, and she was in a really good mood. Her daughter was singing, and the mother just didn't have much tolerance for any noise in that moment, and told her daughter to shut up and that she had an ugly voice. Now, the mother didn't mean that. She only said that because she was just having a bad day. Since that day, her daughter would never sing out loud again because of the fear that it created. Singing was something that she loved to do, but because she believed what her mother said, she added that belief into her book of law. So, her mother, with her words, casted a spell on her daughter unknowingly. Now, I know that most of you can relate. At some point in your life, we have probably all said things that we regret because of how we felt. We don't know how our words could affect other people sometimes. Maybe someone has said something to you and it's been holding you back from doing what you love, or something you have been always wanting to do. That example to me was crazy, because I could think of times when I had came home from a stressful day and brought back that energy and maybe didn't give the best response. Don Miguel even mentions how gossip is a form of black magic. Gossip is all around us, especially on social media. It's all negative, and we sometimes give our opinions on people we don't even know. Then we spread the gossip, putting out more negative energy in the world. It's a never-ending cycle. Then Miguel hits us with this. He says, gossip has become the main form of communication in human society. It has become the way that we feel close to each other because it makes us feel better to see someone else feel as badly as we do. It's like the old expression, misery loves company. Now, one key thing that really stuck out to me in this chapter is that Don Miguel said, the human mind is like the fertile ground where seeds are continually being planted. The seeds are words that you use or words someone uses around you. Whatever they say could be getting planted in your mind, depending on how much you value their opinion or how much you believe what someone says to you. That's why it's so important to pay attention to what kind of energy is around you. What are your friends saying? What is your family saying? Are they being supportive of you, or are they just kind of bringing you down? Your environment is key. That's why they say that you're the average of the 6 people that you hang around most. After becoming aware of how powerful words are, I've adopted the agreement of being impeccable with my word. Now, don't get me wrong, like I still slip up. I still catch myself saying these negative things of myself, and I have to correct myself. I catch myself in that moment and say no, and then I bring up and say something positive. Some things that have helped me that you could try is become more aware of how you're talking to yourself and what words you're using on a daily basis that could be against you. And then what are some positive things that I could say to replace those negative things about myself? And am I spreading poison with my word? Let us know what you thought about chapter 2. Maybe tell me if this is something that you would want to adopt into your agreements. Maybe I said something that helped you. Let me know. If you need help reversing some of those negative things that you say about yourself, definitely leave a comment. I'm always willing to help. I believe that we're all here to just help each other in this world. Peace.